What's up, all you mofos and hoes? I don't know if y'all can see down there, but it is rainy, nasty, freaking cold, snowy, sleet. I just got back from America, back to China about 2 days ago, and it's been that way since I got back, and that is not supposed to change for like a freaking week. Sucks. Bullshit. Look, even my dog won't even come out. She's hiding under the blanket. Hi, dog. What are you doing down there? What you doing? He's a good girl. I love that dog. So, there will be no flying to be done. So, happy 2018, and I'll give you some updates on what I got coming up here. Let's fire up the little studio here. Turn these lights on. Here's my little studio. I mount the GoPro in there, and then I clamp my phone into this guy here. And that's how I do my little build videos for you guys. I use the phone, the GoPro app, so I can see where stuff is. And I don't have anything too complicated. Just my GoPro and my phone is what I use. I was thinking about getting like a better vlogging style type camera. I mean, I'm not much of a vlogger, but I'd like to bring you guys some more like cool type content of all the crazy shit that goes on here in China. Like, I shot a bunch of video last year, but a lot of it got kicked to the curb because, that brings me to my first thing, because I had this computer which doesn't have a very good graphics card in it and doesn't have a whole lot of memory. Oh, I forgot I had this. I got to brush my dog's teeth. They gave that to me at the pet hotel I had her at while I was in America. Anyway, I had this old computer, and to edit video with this computer took me like 8 hours. It's still my mess here from America. I just started unpacking. This took me like 8 hours. I mean, the audio wouldn't line up, and when I chopped something to move it, it would take like 10 minutes to re-render. It was a freaking nightmare, so I didn't do a very good job editing. So while I was in America, I got me a new pewter. That Alienware, boy, that thing is freaking badass. The videos, like when I chop them, shit moves like immediately. It renders a video in like 20 minutes, man. So I'm hoping to up the content on my channel because I've had like an explosion of subscribers. I've only got like 650 subscribers, which isn't a lot in the scope of things, but it's a lot to me. And I want to bring you guys cool content because I appreciate all you guys and all you guys subscribing and commenting and watching my stuff. And that's why I do it, is for you guys. I mean, I'm not sponsored. I don't get paid for anything. I have a successful business. I don't give a fuck about making money off of this shit. I just want to... I'm no tech guy or anything like that, but I do have a lot of experience in flying, and I do fly a lot of people send me stuff for testing, and I want to bring that to you guys and share my experience with you guys, you know what I mean, on how I hook shit up, how I do shit, how shit works, you know, to the best of my knowledge. Like I said, before FPV, I didn't know any of this crap. I didn't even know how to use a camera. I barely even use Facebook and email. So I've learned so much in the last couple of years. Like, this was the thing that got me started, this old piece of crap. This tells you how old this is. Back when I got this, these 1806 motors were the fashizzle. And we strapped a GoPro on top of here with the camera pointing straight out, and we thought we were badass. I actually ran 3S on there. That was a $500 mistake, but it got me into FPV and it exploded into all this, and now the YouTube channel, and so I guess I can't kick about it too much. So yeah, I don't know if I'll get a better camera or not. We'll see. I kind of like just using this little GoPro. I don't want to have to mess with settings and filters and apertures and shutter speeds and exposure and all that. The GoPro just works, and so does my phone. Like, I have it on this little tripod guy here that the little arms bend around on, so I can set it anywhere or bend the arms and stick it on anything or whatever. Well, check out this shirt. Embrace the dive, bitches. It's an old school shirt from my friend's bar, from his dive bar, his rock and roll bar. It's closed now, but He was a cool guy. Anyway, so here's what I got coming for you guys. Besides trying to do some better content, now that I can actually edit video. Oh, another thing. I haven't flown a sim in a year, mainly because that computer really couldn't keep up with it. And like a year or so ago, when I first I first started flying about 2 years ago, and that's when I first started using sims to try to learn crap. The sims weren't that good back then, and the computer sucked. And now I've been flying liftoff on here, and it has like the Betaflight thing on it, and it's actually pretty damn cool, I must say. Back then, like, the sims didn't really translate into actual flight. This is a little closer, but it still feels video gamey-ish to me. Like, my quad doesn't stick like it does when I fly a quad. But anyway, enough about that. It's still pretty cool, and the computer's awesome. So here's what I got coming. We are gonna do an FURC core build. Look at that freaking bad boy right there. Boy, I tell you what. Guys, that's some quality shit right there. That thing is freaking awesome. Now, I will say, when I first saw this frame, where that bitch is a medallion. When I first saw this frame, like, probably like a year ago, I met Chris Kleinschmidt. We were doing the Rotor Riot Bando Island episode here in China, and he was showing me this frame. And back then, I was like, I thought it was one of the coolest things I ever saw, and it's wind tunnel tested and all that. But I was like, man, you know, back then we had to bring our computer to the field to plug in, to tune the PIDs, and we had to click the VTX to change the channels and all that shit. Well, you know what? All that shit has changed now. Like, we can do everything. Betaflight OSD, Lewis script, we can change the VTX. Even the camera runs through here now, so we can do everything with our controller, with our Taranis, or whatever radio you may happen to be using. So now this thing makes a lot of sense, because once it's together, we shouldn't have to go back in there, right? So I've been sitting on this for about 3 weeks, and I'm really looking forward to doing this build for you guys. This thing is, I don't mind paying for quality, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you up front. I will pay for something that's this top quality. And this is the Team Black Sheep edition, with the matte finish instead of the shiny, the limited edition. So that's freaking cool. And one thing that's going to be really cool about this build is we're going to have to, because of the way this frame goes together, and I'll show you all that. I'm going to do a parts list on all the parts that we're using for this build and how this frame goes together. That'll be like video 1 before we get into the build. But we'll have to build all the electronics outside of the frame and then stick them in there. So I did a little mini review on this F405 Maytech mini board that they have out now that is freaking awesome. I have it in that Astro frame right there, that Astro X, which is like I said, I don't mind paying for quality. I have a couple Astro X frames, and they are freaking awesome frames, man. The workmanship is impeccable. But I have this board in there, and it flies freaking amazing. So being that we have to build these on the outside, I'll be able to show you how I wire everything up, why I do everything the way I do, how everything works, and then we'll go into Betaflight and set everything up. Because I originally did a review when the original F405 came out, and it's old now, and like I got like 5,000 something views. People still ask me questions on that board, and like the way I set things up now is completely different from that. I mean, it's a whole different ball game with the newer Betaflight firmware and all that stuff. So I'll be able to show you guys all that stuff, so that'll be cool. So we'll go through the whole parts list in the next video, and I'll show you how I'm doing everything. And I was on the phone with Chris Kleinschmidt from FURC for about 2 hours today. What a cool guy. He's a freaking very cool guy, very knowledgeable, and really puts his heart into this hobby, you guys. He's a freaking cool dude. But anyway, he blessed me with these K05 FURC motors. Look at these bad boys. What? Take note. Take note. Notice there's 5 motors in here, vendors. Yeah, hello. That's the way it should be. That way, if you crash, bend a motor, something happens, you already got a spare motor. You guys should send everybody freaking 5 motors. God, what is the problem? Anyway, so these, Chris gave me a set of the original ones of these, and they had plenty of punch. They weren't the fastest motor ever, but they were definitely one of the smoothest motors I ever flew. So we'll go through these when we do the build video, and I'll show you everything with these. They are freaking cool as shit also. He hooked me up with a bunch of straps and sticker. Oh, these are some cool ass stickers too, man. Look at that one right there. Wait, let's see. Look at that one right there. That one's my favorite. That one's going on my goggles. What? Oh, and look what my son gave me for Christmas. That's my boy right there. And Chris is sending me another care package with some cool stuff. He's got some really cool, innovative stuff coming out that I'm going to show you guys. That is freaking awesome. I can't spill the beans on it yet because it's not all quite done. Some of it is, but when I get the care package, I'll share it with you guys and show you. Like I said, I am not paid, sponsored. I'm not looking to make any money off of this channel. I don't give a fuck, and y'all fucking know that shit. So if shit is shit, I'm gonna tell you it's shit because I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers think. I really don't. Like the one dude that always hits the dislike on all my videos. Yeah, please, you guys, all hit the dislike. It really doesn't. I don't give a fuck, number one. And number two, YouTube still sees it as a view. Freaking dumbass. He's got to be one of my biggest fans because he hits it on every single video, which means he's following every single one of my videos. That's so freaking cool. Hey, dude, whoever you are, hit the dislike for me, bro, so I know you're still there, okay? Hello? Yeah, you. Oh, shit. So that's what we got coming up. We'll go through the whole parts list. We'll go through all the and then we'll get into the build. I'll do it in like sections so I don't bore you guys to freaking death. Doing it all at one sit down, and that's about it, guys. Happy 2018. It's good to be back home in China. I really enjoyed my visit in America, wearing shorts and being in the sunshine in Florida in my hometown. I got to go behind the scenes at Get FPV and meet everybody and go through the warehouse and check out their build table and all that shit. That was pretty cool. So with that, we'll get out of here. I hope I didn't bore you guys. You got anything to add, dog? You want to say anything to the fans? You have fans out there too. People love you too. Yeah. She don't give a fuck neither. See what I'm saying? Do whatever the fuck you want to do. We don't give a fuck.